Hey everybody, and welcome back to My Liege, the game where you play as the head of a lesser house in a valley in medieval Europe. And you're dealing with trying to navigate the politics of all the other lords around you, as well as tiny inconveniences like the Black Death. Now, a couple episodes back, I was assassinated, presumably by one of the other noble houses, and my 11-year-old son has risen up to become the head of the house. But I am currently playing the game as my sister, who is sort of guiding the young lord through the maze of political intrigue. So let's jump back in with the next episode of My Liege. So, at the end of the last episode, we had gone to the court of the High Lord to present the evidence we had uncovered regarding the assassination of, my assassination. And we had to accuse either House Stock, which the evidence seemed to point to, House Carlbridge, our mortal enemy, or we could decline to accuse anybody. And I asked you guys what you thought I should do, and the only answer I got was that we should go ahead and accuse House Stock. The evidence points that way, and we would be, even if it's wrong, we would be weakening one of our opposing houses. So you know what? I'm going to do that. We're going to go ahead and accuse House Stock of assassinating Papa Geek. I accuse House Stock, my liege. They hath used my siblings' death as a means to their own end to destabilize Geekton and grow their influence at our expense. Sir Mary Bennington furrows her brow and studies you carefully. A bold accusation, Lordsman Geek. What evidence dost thou possess to support such a claim? Well, you know, we had quite a bit. Okay, so, so I could submit my evidence one by one? Is that it? Or do I do it all at once? How's this going to work? Let's start with the map. Confirm choice. In the assassin's possession was a map of Geekton that no commoner could have made or obtained. They had powerful friends that used subterfuge to learn everything an assassin would need and provide it to them. Shows ill intent from a neighbor. No other reason to get that information. What else? The informant's secret letter. The informant the assassin worked with had additional letter to deliver to Geekton. Even after the assassination, there was an order to continue sowing chaos at House Geek. The assassination was not a one-off vendetta, yet a larger plot against my house and people. A larger conspiracy. They certainly hath no lack of ambitions, so it matches. What else? Let's go with the trade route. They always stopped at Stockholm. Every time the informant supplying the assassin with funds and information met with them, it was immediately preceded by a visit to Stockholm. 'Tis clear they were immediately delivering information after their visit with their stock contacts. That sounds like more than just coincidence. Strong evidence. What else? Well, I don't have the dagger. The informant's confession. Yeah, that's the next one. Upon full interrogation, the informant working with the assassin confessed that the messages were coming from contacts in Stockholm. They hadn't named, yet Mine Whisper had corroborated that the informant's telling of the exchanges was how the nobles of Stockholm operate. Pretty damning evidence. Close to enough on its own in mine eyes. What else? I guess the only other thing we're going to do is that they were longtime friends. I mean, that's really not relevant. The assassin had a friend that was used as an informant, hardly out of the ordinary. Okay, yeah. That's it. We're done. We've done it. We've submitted our evidence. Art thou sure? After we leave this room, there is no room for additional testimony. Very well. Thou hast given me much to think about. Mine advisors and I shall meet in private to discuss thy accusation. Once we have finished, I shall hold court later today and announce mine ruling. Wow. I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't know for sure that this was the right way to go, but Let's see what happens. The great hall of Crest Hall Keep is filled with an expectant buzz as nobles, merchants, and townfolk gather to witness the High Lord's proclamation. The long stone chamber echoed with the murmur of the crowd, wildly guessing at what could be of such import to hold court on such short notice. Scanning the room, you see representatives and relatives of houses Stock and Carlbridge, yet their lords and nobles are not present, most likely not aware of today's event. Good folk of Crest Hall in the Western Valley, we gather here this day to address a grievous crime. The assassination of Papa Geek be a foul wound on our valley, and it be the duty of this court to seek justice. Lordsman Abigail Geek, in the name of House Geek, brought to mine council today their findings in the investigation to hear and judge. I hath found their evidence compelling and damning. House Stock hath conspired in the shadows to commit this treacherous act. The evidence is clear their hand guided the dagger, and for that the head must pay. Wow. Does that mean... Let it be known throughout the Western Valley, by decree of the High Lord, Sir Beauregard Bennington, their head of house and lord's life forfeit to answer for this crime. So they're going to kill the head of House Stock? Sir Mary Bennington, thou art to ride with Lordman Abigail Geek to Stockholm and bring Sir Philippa Stock to justice. Let this be a warning to all who would conspire against their kin. Justice is inevitable. I got a bad feeling about this, guys. Accompanied by a small group of the High Lord's personal guard, you make for Stock lands with Sir Mary Bennington. Why are we stopping? What be the meaning of this? Thou wish to not die alone? Wait, what's going on? Why is she looking at me and... Oh, that's Sir Philippa Stock. Okay. Guys, this don't look good. This really doesn't look good. Thou come with a message of justice, yet what justice is there when lies and jealousy guide the High Lord's hands? Oh no. I shall not surrender my lands or my life to false accusations. The High Lord hath failed, and their decree means naught to me. The soldiers behind the defiant lord stand at attention, easily outnumbering the High Lord's troop, and in fierce devotion to their lord. Guys, Sir Philippa Stock, by thy liege lord's command, thou is found guilty of orchestrating an assassination. This can end clean. Thy house need not fall. Face thy punishment with honor. My house need not fall, for I shall not suffer this insult. The High Lord hath shown themselves unfit to rule by allowing such a farce to proceed, and so we shall no longer follow. Oh God, we just started a civil war. Thou wish to punish me for a crime I hath not committed. Well, come take mine head, then. These soldiers will not let their lord die in vain. Yep, we just started a civil war. So be it. As a traitor to the valley, thy words only condemn thy house and family. With tensions rising, Sir Mary Bennington gives the order to retreat before anybody makes a mistake that cannot be taken back. Oh, guys, we've done it now. I wonder if we had chosen Carlbridge, if the same thing would have happened. I have a feeling it would. Everything had been kind of building to a head. Safely back on the main road, Sir Mary Bennington stops the group to talk with you before parting ways. I feared this day would come. Foolish to think they would bow to a troop of the High Lord's knights. Thy house hath suffered much, yet war is coming, and thy High Lord will hath need of every loyal house. Go home and gather thy strength. Ensure your house is united, and know thy High Lord shall not stand idly by. Guess it's a good thing we built up our army, because I think we're going to need it. I'm a little worried, though, because wasn't the other lesser house like us supplying Stockholm with all these weapons? All right, so at least the plague is gone, and our guys are all back. Nobody's sick. We've managed to ride out the plague. And this is going to be the end of the act. All right. Oh, this is messy, guys. All right. Upon returning to Geekton, News of Lord Stock rebelling against the High Lord spreads quickly, like wildfire. In response, you call a meeting of the advisors to discuss preparations in case it breaks into all-out war. Our border with the rebel house has everybody nervous. We are doing our best to assuage those fears, yet many worry of our child lord during wartime. They only fear it because we treat Lord Geek as a child. Everybody hath witnessed Abigail over his shoulder at every turn. Worse yet, Abigail Geek, exercising unquestioned power over the investigation into the assassination, hath undermined the authority of the rightful lord of this house. 'Tis time we stand fully behind Lord Geek and have Abigail Geek resume their role as lordsman and emissary to the High Lord in the capital. Faith in our Lord, yes, but we cannot ignore the truth before us. War is no place for a youth, and the wolves at our door will devour us if we let them sense weakness. Our soldiers and people need a seasoned leader, one who commands respect, one with experience to guide us through this chaos. Martin speaks truth. We need Abigail Geek now more than ever. We can manage questions of loyalty to thy lord, yet we cannot survive with inexperience and uncertainty in leadership. 'Tis high time Abigail Geek is named Lord Regent. In peacetime, we can revisit.
Do I not get a say? I know I can do this. I have learned much these last months, and if thou stand by my side, I can lead.
The decision lands with you. The room awaits. What will be Abigail Geek's role moving forward? Oh, so now I get to decide. If I rise to the role of Lord Regent, I will continue to play as Abigail Geek. But if I choose to stay a Lordsman, I will play the rest of the game as Kid Geek. Okay, so this is an interesting choice to make. My main duty is to my nephew, Kid Geek. I want him to become a strong and just ruler, but at some point I do have to step back and take off the training wheels and let him lead. And again, as we discussed in a previous episode, House Geek has never had a Lord Regent. So do we really want to set that kind of precedent right now? Wow, this is actually a really tough decision to make. I don't know what I want to do. I think it's more important to give Kid Geek the chance to lead, to prove that he can do it, to rally the people behind him. He's going to make mistakes, but I have to trust that I, before my murder, taught him well, and that my sister has done her job in looking over him these last few months. All right, I am going to play as Kid Geek moving forward. Let me know down in the comments if you think I made the right choice. I'm really kind of interested to hear what you guys think. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. A wise choice. Thou hast helped us get to this point. Now it is time to trust in Lord Geek. Very well. Nothing make a lord better than trial by fire, I suppose. All right, guys, and I think that is how the act is going to end. And that's where we're going to end this episode of My Liege. If you guys are enjoying it on the channel, hit that like button to let us know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It helps us to grow the channel, and you never miss an episode of content. We'll be back tomorrow with another video for you. Thanks for watching.